Well, what I know is that I stand firmly with Israel, and they didn't like that. They don't like the message that I'm giving, which is the American people, America stands with Israel. And they took it out on my office there locally. And I'll tell you what, in South Texas, we're a warm community with a small Jewish community, but a vibrant one. And I can tell you this, that I am not afraid, and I will continue to stand with Israel.
Some of these messages, I mean, they really are harsh. One of them says, Monica murders. Again, spray painted there, essentially labeling you a murderer, attacking a sitting member of Congress in this way. What's going through your mind with this, and what needs to change?
Well, look, it's clearly unacceptable, the anti-Semitism. I'm going to continue to stand with Israel. And what we need to do is we need to make a change with these young folks who are clearly misguided. At the end of the day, the true murderers are the Hamas terrorists that are cutting the heads off of toddlers and putting babies in ovens, murdering children in front of their mothers and fathers. They are the ones with blood on their hands. They can say whatever they want about me, but I'm going to continue to stand with Israel.
Yeah, I just wanted to know if you think that there should be some sort of DOJ investigation, into these hate crimes. And do you have any video surveillance outside of the office that maybe can capture these folks?
We do have video surveillance, and we have an FBI agent working with us to find this individual. And we expect that he will be found, and we are not going to tolerate this type of anti-Semitism.
I wanted to get to, it's not just, you've seen the rise of anti-Semitism, and you've seen pro-Palestinian marches, you've seen pro-Hamas marches globally, and also here in the States, and specifically there on college campuses as well. But now you're seeing these calls for a ceasefire within the U.S. government. There was a dissent cable that went out signed by 400 plus political appointees, government officials, pressing Secretary of State Antony Blinken, pressing President Biden to call for a ceasefire. Again, 400 plus. Where do you stand with that?
Well, look, there was a ceasefire before October 7th, and it was the Hamas terrorists who broke that ceasefire. Israel has a right to defend itself, and it should defend itself. There will only come an end when Hamas terrorists fully surrender. Israel has a right to defend itself, and it should keep putting pressure on Hamas.
Congresswoman, you mentioned at the beginning of our segment that you feel a lot of these people are misinformed. But then you have members of Congress, such as Rashida Tlaib, who put out that tweet or on X blaming Israel for bombing that hospital when, in fact, that was not true. She kept it up there. So you have people who are listening to members in Congress who perhaps believe information that they're putting out. What needs to be done?
Look, I am disgusted with what Tlaib put out on X and has publicly stated. The truth of the matter is that it's the Hamas terrorists who are the ones to blame for the blood on their hands. They are putting their terrorist activities under hospitals, killing their own people. So at the end of the day, the blood of the Palestinian people is on the Hamas terrorists, not on Israel. And as a sitting member of Congress, not to condemn those actions, she should not be a member of Congress when she is not condemning these actions of the Hamas terrorists.